Harbor Express.
Harbor Express in beautiful downtown Kewaunee, Wisconsin.
Right into the river.
Kapow. The Minion's driving. I'm in the passenger seat.
Where's our exit?
Right here to the right. Alright, we're going up to Sturgeon Bay.
Shit, that was a bad idea.
Oh, was that the anhydrous ammonia truck you just caught in front of?
I just caught up a semi-truck, yes sir.
The Kewaunee River. The railroad tracks used to go through right in here. That's the new bridge we just crossed. And then when you get back up to here, this is where the highway, get back to what I'd call the old highway. Yeah, you're 55, I think, through here.
45.
Kewaunee Fabrication, they're putting up another shed at the end there. Closed for the season. Rostock. This is the Rostock metropolitan area. Alright, there's that side of the street and that side of the street. And that was Rostock. Alright, I believe we are entering the Algoma metropolitan area here. There's a sign coming up on the right. Population 3243, even with the brand new condo type housing. So the semi driver, he's not too happy with us. Well, tough.
That was my mistake.
County O. Oh, like soda. Alright, so the semi was like behind us. And it really unnerved the minion, so he decided to let the semi pass us. It almost looks like an electric fence there. I'm almost sure it is. It must be horsies or something here. Okay, there's the sign. So we're heading to Algoma and then Sturgeon Bay, so we're going to be making a left in 42 here. Okay, this is Alaska. There's a Lake Alaska somewhere around here. There used to be a golf course. Wonder if any of that stuff is still here. This is one of those places where they took the section roads and then kind of shaved it to put the highway through. Alright. We're still in Alaska. East Alaska Lake's over there. And the golf course is right here. I think that's the golf course. Yep. Flags. Golf flags. And I think the Alaska Hotel is here. It's the Alaska Motor Inn. And the winery is ahead. I've had the tour there. Von Stiel Winery. believe we are entering the Algoma metropolitan area here. There's a sign coming up on the right. Population 3243. Alright, we're getting close to the historic downtown Algoma. I think that's one of the 3,000 people that live here. A&W. So at this fork coming up, you go to the right. Working on the harbor. Got some big cranes out there on the breakwater of the pier. That's right where the fish cleaning station is.
Amish.
Alright, in all the years I've been driving through this town, it's the first time I've seen this. Wave. I think he just flipped us off. I can't remember. One of these buildings here was that really weird one that we went to the sale.
Mm-hmm.
Be prepared to stop. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Some sort of mob action here. The locals. I don't know. It's the North Water Bakery and Deli over there. We're never going to escape. Oh, I get it. The people over here next to the horse trailer are waiting for the horsey back ride, the whatever the hell it is.
Carriage ride.
Carriage ride, hay ride, whatever. Okay.
That was a cop.
I noticed. So you just follow the curve here, and then it's anywhere from 1 to 5 miles up is where you pick up County Trunk U. Hey, they built a house there at that dead end spot. Oh!
This part I remember.
The dead end spot was where, on those foggy nights, if you weren't really paying attention and you were going too fast, you could end up right in the drink.
Hmm?
Yeah, because the road makes the S there, and at night you really couldn't pick it out, and so it'd be real easy to drive across the little bit of grass and go right into the lake. We're the only ones on the road right now. That's an interesting truck. That looks like an anhydrous truck. Nope, sanitation. Kind of the same thing. If you wait long enough with the sanitation, you'll get your anhydrous ammonia. So, most people going to Door County and Sturgeon Bay, they stay on the expressway, and then they take 57 up to Sturgeon Bay through Green Bay, and then some other people like us, they'll take 42 all the way up to Algoma, but then they stay on 42 which goes up through the middle of the peninsula, so to speak. County Trunk U, however, I wonder if this is Silver Creek. County Trunk U, however, is much more scenic. Quite a bit of it follows the lake, and getting onto it can be a trick if you don't know where you're going. And coming up just ahead on the right, there'll be the sign for County Trunk U, and right about the same location as the county line for Door and Kewaunee counties. I just saw a big cat in that yard over there. Huge cat. Pedestrian crossing. Middle of nowhere, and they got a pedestrian crossing, so what does that mean?
Church.
Looks like the house there looks like kind of like it might be a schoolhouse. We got all sorts of cattle down there. There used to be a guy up around here that had buffalo or bison. A car.
Rush hour.
Yeah, rush hour. Saturday morning, November. The hunters are out. So if we passed a place near Alaska, we saw these 6 hunters out in the fields wearing their orange. This would be deer season, so I'm pretty sure that would be shotgun with slugs.
More hunters than deer these days.
I think we're coming up on
You?
it. Yeah.
They really did choose to create this baby.
Yep. Okay, so this is going to be our turn.
Not into the field, right?
So, at this point, either road will take you to Sturgeon Bay.
But one is clearly superior.
Oh. County Trunk U was always the preferred method to go north up here, because it would bring us into the family property on the west side of Sturgeon Bay without crossing the highway again. And the road has been considerably improved in the last 50 years. It's wider, it's completely paved. There's even shoulders in some places. But the main thing they did is they took all the trees and they cut the trees back quite some distance. This neighborhood is called Claybanks. I don't know if you can really make out the little bit of a bluff there, but the soil here is red. And in the old days, the ships out on the lake there could see these red bluffs, and so the neighborhood picked up the nickname Claybanks.
Huh?
Red clay.
No.
Oh, I see the guy running. He's allowed. Alright. I wonder if we're near Stony Creek or Silver Creek. If it's Stony Creek, we need to stop. If it's Silver Creek, we can keep on going. I think this is... I think that actually was Stony Creek. We'll keep going though. There's the doorcounty line. See the turkey? Well,
Two turkeys.
they love animals more than dinner. That's for sure.
Well, his whole family was just slaughtered 2 days ago.
Oh, poor guy. Schuyler Creek. We were going to turn on Silverdale and we overshot. We're going to take Silverdale to cut over to Shiloh. And we're going to stop at the old Shiloh church and pick up someone. Shiloh Road, there's the two Shiloh churches. This is the one that I refer to as Little Shiloh. orchard. So many orchards have been removed. Still some apples on these trees. I don't think I'd want to pick them. Okay, so when you come down Shiloh and you're heading into Sturgeon Bay, you get up to this corner where Shiloh jogs and Division Street kind of arrows in. And when you make the left, that's where the railroad used to cross. They got a new dog park over here somewhere. I think that's the fire training station there.
Bark Park.
They got a tugboat at their smoke tower. That's kind of cool. It makes sense. All right, so here's the jog, and right up here, we just crossed where the railroad used to cross. Right. And here's the industrial park on both sides, technically. I remember when the industrial park was brand new. Family Farm was just up ahead on the right. Family Farm got sold in 1960, very quickly became a sand pit, and then it became a deep rock mine. And after they hit the water table, it became a landfill. Not a sanitary landfill, but a clean fill. Old concrete, things like that. It was originally 40 acres, homesteaded in 1869. Slow here. And everything ahead of the camera here is where the farm used to be. You can see the white birch from here. And it looks like they're building something back in there. Huh. So the railroad was right here on the right. This little scrap of land right here was the Anape and Western. And then it came out and made a crossing here at what used to be Oxford, but then the, you gotta make a left on the frontage. So the railroad crossed Oxford here, and then in 74 the new highway came through, which is why we are detouring here. And we have to go up to, I can't remember, lost the name of it, with an N. Nina. Wanted to go that way. You can turn around and on these parking lots here. Toys for Tots. Sunshine resale store. I think it said store, not sore. The resale store. So one of the neat things about doing these videos is you end up getting arcane, weird places. Stuff you never planned on getting. I still can't figure out what happened to that old cherry warehouse that used to be right along here. So we're going south on Nina, no, north on Nina, darn it. I'm all turned around in this town. So, Sturgeon Bay Schools has a school site right in here. I think that's it. And then up on the left somewhere here is the ancient 1 or 2 room schoolhouse. It's on one of these left side streets here. I think it might be this one here, and it'll be the first or second building in. Just keep going straight. I think it's the second building in there. Ahead of us we can see the old bridge. See a tugboat. Actually, we're looking for food. If you can see the Quonset hut right there, that's the old Annapian Western locomotive shed. Buoys. Make a left. Alright, there's the grain elevator, which has been moved several times now. Steak cop there. Okay, so that bridge is the Oregon Bridge, Oregon Street. And this is all new. I can remember when this traffic signal here was the very first traffic signal in the entire county. That was back in 68, 69. Just to the left there is Peterson's Grill, Levine's Liquors, Mac's Sports Shop, and Warner Groceries. And the building there on the left, that was a funeral home, the corner building. And we're going to look for food, get a sandwich or something. A lot of new stuff over here. And Dwayne's Supermarket was over there. There used to be a fish shack right there too. Now this is the second bridge in town. The original was on that embankment over there. If you can see it, that was the railroad bridge, which became a highway bridge. That's the Oregon Bridge, and beyond it is the Bayview Bridge. This is a draw span that is controlled by an operator on that bridge. I always love this sound. Straight, and then you're going to go up to the stop sign and make a left on Cedar Street. So we just left Sawyer, and we're in Sturgeon Bay, and one more block. And you know, 100 years ago, this was Cedar Street, and for some reason they changed it to 3rd Avenue. Make a left. And once we get to the other side of town, there'll be several sandwich shop type places. The marketplace. Great Aunt Alice had a dressmaking shop along here somewhere. Doorcounty Advocate was along here. The Bank at Sturgeon Bay. Ace Records was over here. I think it was Ace. It was like right in here somewhere. And then the Donna Theater. I don't know if this tap thing, if that was the Donna Theater. That would have been where my mom went to see The Wizard of Oz. Oh, the year it came out, like 1939. 1940, thereabouts. Make a right. New building going up. Nicolay National Bank. I got to be careful. That might be considered a plug. In my own humble opinion, Nicolay National Bank is one of the greatest financial institutions in the whole entire world.
Competitive rates.
Coming up here, I don't think it was this building. It might have been this brown one. Oh, must have been that one. That was the Piggly Wiggly. This was the original hospital, and then it became the sanitarium. Health services, they call it. It's kind of the high ground up there where the water tower and everything is. Alright, and the Fawn was just up ahead on the left. And now that's kind of like a diner. That might be an alternative. My Uncle Roger lived right down one of these streets here. Liquor store. Oh, Mako. Okay, the weird blue building there, that's the Fawn. And Uncle Roger lived down the street here, I want to say. And now there should be a couple food choices coming up. It's almost 11, so we should find some sort of lunch type operation. Papa Murphy's Pizza. Is that considered a plug? Sports and Cyclery.
Gunworks.
Firearms! I wonder if a firearm is anything like a cheese whistle. Okay, Mickey D's, which would be like my last choice.
Mm-hmm.
CVS. We could go to the grocery store and see if they got sandwiches there, which would be a left. You know what's over here is, go straight, is that, remember the Chinese buffet? Apple Valley Lanes, that's the bowling alley over there. And here's a store on the right. We're gonna sign off for a minute. Back across the bridge. And over there, you can see the shipyard. There's the dry dock floating over there. And then over here to the right, that scrubby thing in the water, that's the old embankment for the railroad. What'd you see?
This is where I crossed the road.
Oh. Thought you were going to point out a deer or chupacabra or something.
Oh, just rocks.
I knew you'd do that.
Hmm.
Somewhere around here was the guy that had the yard art. It was on the left somewhere. And then years ago, God, I can't remember where it was. There was a lady that lived out here in the woods and she knitted or something. Building a cabin back in there. Pretty big one. It killed me a couple of years ago when they put the utilities in and they buried the gas pipe.
Hmm?
Yeah, there's a gas line going down the side of this road. Brand new concrete. Up north. Yeah. Okay, this is a house. It looks like only half of it got built. Oh, there's the other half. I think we're getting close to yard art guy. Yeah, there was this lady up here, and we visited her 2 or 3 times. I remember it was me, Mom, and Grandma would come out this way. And I can't remember if it was up here by Cave Point or if it was further north by Bailey's Harbor. I do remember that back in the day it was isolated. It was in the 60s. And I don't think these roads here, trees, they're just protecting the trees, probably from the deer. I think this was all gravel road back in the 60s. I'm talking, so it's okay if you want to talk. You don't have to do cryptic hand signals. That guy's cottage has, oh, here it is, yard art guy. Keep going.
Oh, he's right there.
I know, we don't want to embarrass the old guy.
Your art sucks.
The guy back there had like looter shutters on his picture windows. 3 of them, you know, those roll-up steel shutters. That's not a wet spot at the bottom, that's an ice spot.
So, according to this, we must be 10 feet underwater.
Okay, all right, let me film that.
Right here.
Okay, so you're looking at the Wisconsin Atlas. Okay, we're on. Wisconsin Atlas, we're off of Cave Point, doorcounty. And what does it say the depth of the lake is?
Elevation 581 feet.
581. And our altimeter is showing 571, so you are correct. We should be 10 feet underwater.
Those Hoosiers stealing our water.
That's something going on. Probably the Canadians. All right, so we're at, where'd it go? Latitude 45 degrees north. So we are halfway to the North Pole here in Door County, Wisconsin.
Bailey's Harbor.
Bailey's Harbor. I believe there's a nice big beach up here that should, with the harbor, we should be able to get some nice film. Your speed. For a sign, this is public beach or something. 307. The Florian Supper Cub. Access here. Looks like it's slow down. Can you get in anywhere here? Go straight over there.
So this is the Bailey's Harbor of Bailey's Harbor.
I wonder who Bailey was. I wonder if he knew Barnum. You're in Park, right? We stopped at the Zitko. I don't know where we are. We're north of Bailey's Harbor, south of Gills Rock. Now open. There's a tavern back over there. The Dovetail Bar and Grill. Zitko, Dovetail Trading. They got a car wash. And up the road there's a whole bunch of cars parked along the road. Campground entrance. What the hey? It must be some sort of popular. Maybe it's the hunting. Everybody's getting together after the hunt. Look at this. This is the most traffic since we left Illinois this morning. Okay, we're coming into Sister Bay. They got a big festival going on down here. The Sister Bay.
Steam Festival?
Some sort of holiday festival. I think the guy back at the gas station said Kwanzaa. Thanksgiving weekend is behind us. Time 12:11. Okay, we're coming up on Sister Bay, which is, in 1960 it was a little tourist town, but I mean it was little and things were under control. But slowly, starting in the 1970s, people from DuPage County, Illinois started coming up here and buying out the government and subverting normal, decent practices. What's that thing up there on the right?
Sprawl on the left.
Sprawling. Look at the damn condos. They live in hell. Okay, look off to the right here. That looks like a classic old hotel there. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Now, on my HO model railroad, I got Plasticville that looks just like that. Sister Bay Inn, and that must be the school there. It's either the school or the local re-education facility. Oh my gosh, this has really changed up here. This is suburban Milwaukee. Now what the heck is this thing? Is this a government building?
Yes.
I think it's a medical center. Okay, we're going to go down the hill. This was one of the famous death hills in the old days. Dead Man's Curve and all that. So we're going to make a right.
Wait, is this a terminus of 57?
I think so. So we've run out of road, huh?
Yeah.
Blind corner. The Minion's driving. Lure, fish steaks, cocktails.
Oh.
I wonder if that counts as a paid. Hey, Orange Crush. Discover Orange Crush. The original Orange Crush is from Kewaunee. All right. Man, this town has changed. If there's an easily accessible beach, I'd like to check that out. Nothing like visiting the beaches, in November.
We need to stop now for
People randomly crossing the street.
Oh, post office. Sister Bay, Wisconsin, 54234.
So over there is Green Bay.
The bay, not the city, correct?
Yeah. So somehow we got moved over to this side. This is Gallery Central.
You're on a boat.
Boathouse on the bay. Now, if we get to Ephraim, we got to see if we can get over to Anderson's Dock. For the last 50 years, the people have been putting their names on it. It was like this vandalizing thing that was allowed. You can put your own little bit of graffiti on it. And somebody finally said, no more. And so they cleaned it up, and I saw a photo of it last week, and it looked really nice. Okay, construction on that side, construction on this side.
Definitely weird to see Christmas ornamentation up here.
Yeah, that is truly different. And then the speed limit sign's right at the bottom of the hill here. It's a 30, and then they got a little light up sign to tell your ass your speed is 45. Well, I've seen more cops up here so far today than I've seen in the last bunch of trips up here. So
my ears popping.
yeah, my ears pop too. So who knows? Up here they might. I think the towns, these villages, hamlets have constables still. It's a guy with like, he can break up bar fights and stuff, but he doesn't like have real. The Cold Beer Arcade.
The last stop.
The last stop. There's a neat store.
Ooh, Pioneer store.
Oh, I forgot. There was one of those restaurants, I think, was it Sister Bay or Egg Harbor, got the tables from Samuelson's Restaurant's lunchroom.
Gills Rock Pottery.
Gills Rock. There's a neat building. The Gus Klinke Garage. 42 North Scenic Byway.
Should get some cider.
Island Orchard Cider.
Are you sure you're open, friend?
Well, the thing about the cider is, you know, all it is pressed apples, and they don't even have to be very good apples. You just get the juice out of them, and everybody likes them. Ooh. Whee! Car ferry. Kind of Gills Rock part. And then coming up will be Northport. See, the state highway goes through. Random fishing boat.
Land boats.
Okay, Northport 2, Car Ferry 2. So somewhere around here is where the road gets all crazy like. Of course, I think they did straighten it out about 10 years ago. Took out a lot of the bumps and some of the curves. Maple Grove Motel. No vacancy. What? There's no one there. Must be off season and they just put the sign up so nobody bothers them. Okay, all these little mini hills. These are the I don't know how to describe it, sand dunes or ridges coming up at the very tip of the county. We're not too far from where Lake Michigan meets the body of water known as Green Bay, the very tip of the Door Peninsula. And from where we're going, we'll be able to see Washington Island, Wisconsin. and that'll be Death's Door, where Green Bay and Lake Michigan come together at Washington Island. There's a lot of treacherous water there, currents and stuff, and a lot of ships have gone down. And the French named it Ports des Morts, which is the port of death. And then there's that great story, I think it was in the 30s, where the basketball team was driving across the ice from Washington Island back to Sturgeon Bay, and I don't know what to describe. It was like a huge oversized station wagon. It was like a mini bus, and it went right through the ice, and I think only 3 people survived out of the 15 on this thing. Very, very sad story. Okay, see the sign here? The dead snake on the diamond? Alright, this is where it gets interesting. Okay, and this is the corrected version. How would you like to put down a 12-pack and then drive down this road? You see, this is where they should have that road race, like the one they did in Chicago.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
Here we are. Ferry traffic, keep right. I'm pretty sure there's like a public parking wide spot down there. I think it's to the right. There's some sort of tourist attraction building in there. Yeah, go ahead and make a right. Just whip around back in here. I didn't see anybody in that security
Thank you.